Hello again and welcome to day 3 of this Lumosity series. It's a new week for me, so let's get going. Look at here. What colors are these? Blue or is it yellow? Color match, you can see that's what that game is. It's going to be a fun training session, I think. Just spoiling it. Alright, Raindrops again. I trust that I will not need to bore you with the tutorial again. Hold on. Let's get some audio in here. These sounds are just too good to let them go to waste, don't you think? I mean, hear that raindrop popping sound. Listen to this. And listen to that storm building out there. Isn't it just the best? It makes you... It's all about the sounds in video games. I've said that before, probably. Depending on how many other series you've watched of mine. The sounds in video games is what defines them. It's the most important part. It's what makes them seem realistic. It's what makes raindrops falling into a lake realistic. And popping them before they get there, and then you not wanting them to fill it up for some reason. It just makes it all a bit more real. It's just great, isn't it? Just a great game. I don't know if my score today will be higher than it was yesterday, but it doesn't have to be. Technically, I should improve over time, but well, I've been playing this for so long that any improvements now are just a little bit less likely. I'm just trying to keep my brain where it is and prevent any declines from aging. Yes, I'm only 17 and already I'm worrying about my brain declining. That's just... I don't think I need to worry about that actually, but well, I'm the best in the world, or one of the best, so I'm pretty sure that I would sink down if I didn't practice all the time. You know, it's just like anything else. You play chess, and if you don't play it in a long time, you're not as good when you come back, you know? If you don't use your brain like this, and who does, really? Who pops raindrops through solving math equations? Who does that, huh? Do you do that in your spare time? I sure don't. Except when it's here on Lumosity. So, you really don't use that part of your brain. I certainly don't, usually, besides this game. So, just, you have to practice to keep it up. Oops. Or stuff like that happens. You see, stuff like that, where you don't even see the raindrop. Or you did. I'm sure you saw it coming down. But I didn't see it coming down, and I failed to stop it. Filled up this lake. Oh gosh. This is going to be a bad score. I know it. I can feel it coming on. I can feel it when that happens. You just know when a bad score is going to come. Oh, no. And I didn't even get the gear to spin around and stop my score from being submitted. Oh well. Oh well. There's always next time. I'm never going to stop this series, I don't think. So, even when I'm 99, I'll still be playing Lumosity. So you can watch it then if you want. Obviously, I won't have those videos posted just yet. But when they are posted, you can watch them. That'd be amazing. If you would be that loyal to watch me for that long. Alright, this is terrible. I didn't even show you what the rules were to this. I just jumped right in, assuming you knew as much about it as I do. Alright, well you can probably see at the bottom of the screen the familiar yes, no buttons. The right mouse, I mean not mouse, but the right arrow key and the left arrow keys are being used here. Those are the only ones. Those are the only controls here. Simple controls. Complicated game. Basically, the meaning's on the left, and which is actually the words like the letters spelled out, and the right is the color of the letters. just actual what color they were. And if they matched, I would hit the right arrow key, which would be yes, and then, or the left one, which would be no. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a bad score. You can just see it's a little bit less than what I normally get. I just woke up, though, so don't judge. Or if you do want to judge, then that's fine. Post in the comments, and then let other people judge you, and it'll all be fair in the end. Alright, this is like speed match, except that I'm not good at it. And, because I rushed through it. So basically, do they match? Did the one that came two before match the one that's coming up now? That's what this game's about. If I was, see, I'm having no trouble remembering it. It's just I'm having trouble hitting the right key. Just I'm rushing through it. My brain's not working fast enough right now. So that's really what I have no excuse. This is just sad. This is a sad score. Yeah, I've gotten twice that before. So, Eagle Eye. This I actually had one of the greatest scores before. Let me brag just a little bit on this. I used to have a good score here, but that's not going to happen now, is it? I'm just guessing here, because that's odds of me. It's just like bird watching. It is very important here to remember the number that appears in the center, as well as the location of the bird. Now, there's a little trick to this. You just stare in the middle here. You stare at this thing. Odds are you will... That's the only way that you can actually read the number that I know of. And odds are you will be able to see in your peripheral vision the bird, wherever it appears. That's the trick. Maybe it's not a trick. You will probably be looking in the center anyway, since it's what's flashing. That's why it does that, I think. Get your attention. Just to help you out a little bit. Is it flashing? I assumed it would be. But it's not, is it? It's just a little dot that's static. It's not flashing at all, is it? No. Well, anyway, you're supposed to look at it. It helps a lot, okay? It helps a lot. Oh, that reminds me. In bird watching, I never did go back and see if the frames where the bird would appear was recording. So there's a possibility that you're not seeing any of this, and I'm just clicking at a random spot, and somehow I'm getting it right. Every time. And you don't understand. Well, you'll just have to take my word for it that the birds are appearing here, and I'm not... I would be wrong if I were to click, say, here instead of there. And the letters... I mean, the letters. I'm tired. Got up early. Early, at the crack of noon. Well, past 30 minutes after the crack of noon. Early for me. So I'm a little bit slow right now. When do you get up? Post in the comments. I don't think there was a number here. There's just 4 birds appearing at once. Have to remember each one of them. That stayed a little more frames, so you could actually see that, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure it's recording. QuickTime's pretty good at that. I'll check how many frames per second it was. It should be good enough. Alright, Monaco. For once, I will remember the tutorial, how to play. Alright. Remember the location of 3 different types of coins. 1, 2, and 3. And remember the order. Remember the order, because you won't get any cash. I won't get any cash anyway. You certainly won't. No one will get cash out of this. Unless you watched an advertisement, and that would actually, I think, give me some cash, or clicked on an advertisement, or something like that. I might could get cash out of it. Like that, but not not by clicking these coins. I'm going to get cash regardless of whether I click these coins, because you already watched the advertisement. If you're going to, if you had watched it, it would have already been done, right? So regardless of what happens, it's already done. Money's in the bank. Money come. I just wish I could get as much money as is in this game, though, because it has it in dollars, and well, I really doubt I'm going to be making any dollars off YouTube. Maybe a cent every once in a while. Maybe like every 5 days, 1 cent will be shipped to me. Probably costs more to send the money than it's actually worth. Who am I kidding? I don't know how it works at all. I haven't even set up my channel yet. It's a little bit sad, me trying to consider how I'm going to set it up right now, because I don't even and speak like I know what it's about, how I would set everything, because I don't know anything about it. Not even close to setting up it. Quiet. I just need to recuperate here. Just pay attention to where the coins are appearing. Don't pay attention to my ramblings. You might learn something if you would pay attention to this. Some of these games in Lumosity are about focus. So they're about cutting out all the mindless blatherings and ramblings that I'm spouting out, and focusing on where these coins are appearing. You noticed I put my mouse on a coin. That's because, well, that helps me remember it. I'm cheating a little bit. I can be sure that I will get the first one right at least if I put my cursor on it. Yes, I said cursor once and mouse the other time. So, they're both accurate, are they not? Alright, and I tried to put my cursor on the coin I think will be hardest to remember. Okay, so I'm looking for patterns when I do this. That's a pattern, that's a pattern. This one doesn't fit in the pattern. Exactly. Ouch. I meant to click here. You'll just have to take my word for it. Ow! Okay, I did mean to click there, but I was very wrong that time. Alright, I didn't remember anything there. I would say that Monaco is probably my least favorite game to play, just because it takes so long. Look at this, 5 rounds left. We're just barely halfway through this so far. We've got a long way to go. But I chose, when I set up Lumosity. Ow! Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Bad news. When I set up Lumosity, I had it give me, not when I set it up, but recently I reset it up so that it would give me the hardest games that it has in my training session. Just give me all the hardest games, put them in my training session to challenge me a little bit. And, well, it considers this one to be the hardest one, or one of the hardest. But I don't... I mean, it's not really that hard, is it? It's just so boring, I think. It's just so boring. I can't... I mean, this is like, well, there's nothing you compare it to. There's nothing as boring as this. Okay? So I'm not surprised if you already stopped watching. If I had a choice, I would have stopped playing. But if I want to keep up my streak of 15 days, I do believe it's 15th day, because I started on the 13th day. Ominous. So if I wanted to keep that, ouch, streak up, ow, 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 wow, 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 ah. If I wanted to keep that streak up, I've got to complete all the games in my training session, or I could just cheat and skip a game, but it's really awkward when I do that. It just asks me what reason I'm skipping it for, and gives me a little lecture on why I shouldn't, and it's awkward. I don't want to do that. Certainly don't want to put you through that. So this is just... But you can always skip. You can cheat yourself, and I won't be mad. You can just stop the video. Just stop the watching of this video if you want. I'll understand. It's for you anyway that I'm doing this, so it's, you can do whatever you want, really. You can do whatever you want. Whatever makes you feel good, I'm here for that. Don't make it weird. Like I just did, saying don't make it weird. That makes it weird. Just never do that. When you say something weird, just don't say anything more about it. And no one will think it's weird. Because it probably is not. You just have a twisted brain like I do. And think of everything weird where weirdness could occur. Alright, rounds left 0. And we're still playing. I don't understand why it does that. It doesn't. I think that's a mistake they made. It doesn't feel right. Or maybe I just want it to end right now. And I don't want. When I see 0 rounds left, I just want it to stop. Because I'm thinking about how much I want it to stop, but it just doesn't. Alright. Alright, so I lost 2. Just redness. I don't think I got a single green on this. My score just drops like a rock. Which falls every day. Okay. Alright, so another 7 points. Another point drop of the standard BPI. Well, this has been fun. Hopefully funny for you. I have no idea why, but maybe you've entrained your brain a little bit, so goodbye.